All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Billy Wayne back again with Legacy United, a Righteous Project Inc. podcast. Here with our new guest today, but I'm going to let him introduce himself. So go ahead, sir.
What's up, guys? My name is Jammie Manning. I'm a local chef, entrepreneur. I've been in the industry for about 20 plus years, but before I made it that far, I went through a lot of ups and downs, so I'm just here to share my story with you guys.
That's what's up. I appreciate that, sir. But yeah, you know how we do. We invite people, local entrepreneurs, people that go through certain things in their lives. We really want to hear those stories from people that we can relate to, things they've gone through that made them who they are today. So I'm going to pass it back your way, man. So go ahead and get started, sir.
Well, me, I'm originally from a small town called Bradley, Arkansas. I moved to Colorado about seven years of age.
Okay.
So I was from a real rural area as well, a lot of agriculture, farmland, stuff like that. So I was real green to the city life, you know. So when I initially moved to Colorado, I moved to Aurora. We went like 22nd and Sable. I stayed there till my first sixth grade summer or something like that. Sixth grade summer, I moved to Park Hill. We moved on 36th and Forest. Which is where I spent my adolescent years at till I became an adult. A lot of ups and downs, but I always had a love for the culinary industry. I always loved to cook. I love to get money. Love to be a business owner, entrepreneur. I always was a self-sufficient person, but it took a lot for me to really home in on my craft. I had to go through a lot before I arrived. You know what I mean? I had to go through some things and just understanding myself, who I was, loving myself first. You know what I mean? Self-worth, all of that things like that. Like I was just trying to at a young age, I was trying to just prove myself to everybody versus knowing who I was, you know, just trying to follow the crowd. You know, we all did the gang scene,
right?
You know,
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did the gang scene, and you know, and it took me all the way from juvenile to the penitentiary, and you know, and I got kids now. I was a young father in high school. My oldest son's 22. I'm a father of 7, but 4 boys, 3 girls. And I had my first 2 children very early on. So I used to take my son to high school with me. I went to alternative school.
Okay.
I was a peer mentor for a program called Evolve, Denver Public Schools. Shout out Miss Mangano.
That's what's up, man.
We still, we went and spoke at Regis maybe this time last year.
Oh, that's what's
we had
up,
like
man.
a kind of reunion. Yeah, so we went up there and spoke to the kids up there.
Nice,
they got a lot of...
Nice.
It's a lot of multicultural kids up there, like, you know, because it's a sports school. So, you know, they got some little troublemakers. You wouldn't expect it at Regis, but, you know, or people that are just from the hood. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that can relate to what we going through or what we've been through. Me, Derek Waldrop. I don't know if you remember Derek.
I remember Derek.
Yeah. He's my son's godfather. Shout out Derek.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, but It was amazing just to go there, just to see how far we came as well. You know what I mean? Because we was thugs. I used to run with the Bloods. He was running with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? Now he's an electrician.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm a chef, a business owner, all types of stuff. And it's God. You know what I mean? And, you know, and with age come wisdom too. You know what I'm saying? Like you learn things along the way. Like, I ain't taking that route no more. You got to pick them burdens up and carry them with you.
Yep, you sure do.
So you know not to take that route again. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's something I shared on the first podcast, man, when I was telling my story. Is when I hit the age 30, man, I made a point to myself that every decision that I make going forward is going to be off of that experience that I had from the previous 30. You know, and that's when I started, you know, being able to level up from there. So I do feel you on that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I was the same way. I felt the hit. I think I was a little older though. Okay. I was about 34. I'm gonna be honest.
Gotcha. Hey,
I was still, because I been when you've been a habitual monogamist, I had never got to live my life. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So about 30, I was really just getting to my turn up stage in life. You know what I'm saying? And my kids was of an age where they was older, and You know, I've been having babies since a baby, so I had turned up 34. I'm like, man, I got in some trouble, you know, and I had to go do a little time in the penitentiary,
right?
And I had some time to reflect back on people I hurt, things I was doing. You know what I mean? Like where I'm at now compared to where I wanted to be. Everything I've lost 15 times and have to start over and get it again because the way I was choosing to live my life. And I'm like, man, you know what? Wise man told me, he said, hey man, them clothes gonna get tired of packing when you dealing with a woman. And you gonna get tired of coming home to nothing from going to jail over and over again.
Wow, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had let that sink in. Like, man, I'm tired of ground zero. You know, all the women fall off, the homies fall off. You know what I'm saying? The family be the only ones you got is your closest ones. Your mama, your daddy. Everybody else be fly by night. I ain't not really dependable. You know what I mean? And so I have to sit down and repent. I have to sit down and grow up. You know what I'm saying? So it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I came home a different man. You know what I'm saying? I still made mistakes after I came home. But on a different level. You know what I mean? But I came home a different man. I had a different outlook on the world. I knew the difference between being a daddy and a father. You know what I mean? I knew the difference between loyalty and backstabbing. You know, the closest I done had a lot of bought lessons with homies, with women, with fatherhood, you know. And so I just made my mind up like I'm just gonna focus and home in on what I know to do. So I started I'm lying. I actually started Fry Emporium. I want to say 2014, 2015, and I used to make them. I did my whole business plan, everything.
Oh, that's what's up. Good.
And I used to hit all the barbershops and the beauty salons and sell out. So I'm like, okay, I'm making $300 a day, but I need somebody to help me. You know, so I did that for a minute, and I was making my little profit off of it. I'm like, and everybody would start to blow up. Everybody wanted it. And so I'm like, I need to find something. So me and Derek, Derek Waldrop, shout out to D again. We came together. I had the business plan wrote up. We did a logo. I had the menus mapped out. I knew the cost of food cost because I've been in the industry. You know, even though I was out here dabbling in other things, I've always worked a 9 to 5. I was in the industry, so I knew what to do. And so I'm like, we put all of that together and we found a ghost kitchen. You know, so if y'all trying to get a restaurant, I know there's a lot of chefs out there. I see y'all on social media platforms. Like, get a ghost kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Because it pays out quicker than a brick and mortar. There's programs that can boost up your sales, all types of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's the route we went. It took about, I say $8,000. $8,000. You know, I was fresh home from the penitentiary. My auntie gave me 1,000 of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and me and D came together. We pieced together on the rest.
Nice, man.
And we found a ghost kitchen, hooked up with this lady, and we started getting it in. And we was at the top of all delivery platforms, Uber Eats, Postmates, things like that. And it flourished for a while, and then COVID came. You know, COVID hits. After COVID, we ended up losing the spot, and hey, we took a L. I had to, you know, depression kick in because you used to being self-sufficient, and then you got to go back to what you know. You got to go back to a job. You know what I mean? And are making rash decisions. So I took a little while off for a little bit, and then I just jumped back in the work field humbly. Worked for a couple fine dining spots until I got to Colorado Convention Center, working for Centerplate, and started from the bottom. And it was the area I worked in was called EDR.
Oh, okay.
Employee dining room.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Started from right there, cooking their food, right? Ended up getting nominated for Employee of the Month.
There you go. That's what's up.
Then I ended up getting employee of the month.
Yeah.
Then I got a promotion. Then I became a supervisor. Then they gave me the sous chef position. Now now we got a new kitchen up and upstairs. I'm about to get another promotion. So I'm going salary. On top of this, I got a restaurant opening up. Then another one opening up. I can't speak on the location of that, but it's blessings in the air. Man, you know what I mean? But it's all about changing your outlook on life. You know what I mean? When I said, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to go get a job. I'm tired of selling dope. Yeah. I'm tired of running these streets. Right. I went to jail for pimping and pandering. I ain't go to jail for selling drugs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And sex trafficking, that's what they got me for. And I don't care. I stand on mine, you know, but that's what I went for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just dealing with the wrong females that was on some shit that already on some shit that I got introduced to. And you know how I go. Right. And you know what I'm saying? And they turning you in like you was the villain the whole time when everybody was with it. It was just some crazy situation. But you know, it took a lot of money. Shit, $250,000 bond. Shit, $50K on the lawyer. Man, they was offering me 30 years. Woo. You know, so that changed me. When if it wasn't the lawyer got me, I ended up with 3. Got some. Oh, okay. Got some pimping and pandering, knocked down to attempted. You know what I'm saying? Okay. My mama, you know, and it fucked me up mentally because my mama was telling me too, like, you know, before I was out on pretrial services. Yeah. She was like, I might not be able to ever see you again. Yeah. She was like, I might not ever see you again. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that shit fucked me up, man. And so I knew when I got another chance, while I was locked up, I got a horticulture degree. Oh yeah. I can build greenhouse, glass house. I already own landscaping businesses, so I know how to do xeriscapes, irrigation, build ponds, all of that, lay side, all of that. Right. Been doing that since 2009, so I got some good out of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I went there and I got some good out of it, and I utilized my time wisely. Yep. So when I came home, it made me serious enough to reap these blessings that I'm getting back to that I started from. Let me come back to that. Yes, sir. Like, it's a blessing, cause you know I was on my ass. You know what I mean? I came home with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just to look at where I'm at right now, I'm you know, I smoke a little weed, but I don't do no heavy drugs. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I don't drink like that. Right. I go to work every day. Yeah. I'm a stand-up father. I'm a grandfather as well. You know, of 3. Shout out to my grandbabies. You know. And just to look at how far I came and the blessings that I had. Right. You know what I mean? So when I felt in my heart it was time to move a different route, when I went to the penitentiary and I seen how the gang members is moving. Yeah. How, you know, the things is going on. And I'm like, man, this is against everything I thought it was supposed to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. At this point as a man, I have to look inside myself and be the man that I know I am without them. Right. I don't need a crowd. Yep. I know where I'm from, but I don't need no crowd to be successful, to go somewhere, because the way they going, we're gonna be homosexuals, we're gonna be drug addicts, we're gonna be in and out of the penitentiary, and that's not the message that we need to be bringing to our children. You know what I'm saying? Plus, we got kids that look up to us. You know, when you got teenage children, they look up to you. I have to change my life, brother. I have to change, like. I ain't got time. Right. I know who I am. I ain't the hardest man, but I ain't the weakest. Yeah, there you I ain't trying to be him neither, though. Right, I'm comfortable with who I am. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not about to hang around just to fit in. Yep. If it ain't no money involved, y'all ain't talking about nothing that's gonna better me. It ain't even always gotta be about money. Something that's gonna better me mentally. Yeah, exactly. Right. And I ain't for it. You know, it ain't for me. I see. Yep. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I like a lot of it, man. A lot of what you said, because it shows, you know, no matter where you're at, no matter how late you start, man, you can still elevate, man. You can still grow, you know, into a person that you want to be. You know, I think that's a lot of the things that you pulled out of, you know, your history, man.
And it's really good to see as well. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a blessing to have somebody like you, man, to be able to share that type of story. Because there's some people, man, that are probably still in that mindset, and they just need that word to help pull them out, man. So that's pretty big, straight up.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna look out for you like you,
right?
But you.
Yep.
I mean, look out for you, but you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You gotta look out for yourself. You gotta make sure your interest is the best interest. You know what I mean? Like, because gang banging,
right?
You know, penitentiary. You know what I mean? Like, all my homies is in there, and even though there's so many babies in there, though.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know, I went in my 30s, and I seen so many babies locked up. You know, and it was all love. You know what I'm saying? Even the Crips, it was all love. You know, and that's another reason. What we banging for?
Right.
We cool with everybody out here.
Yeah.
We know where we from.
Mm-hmm.
But all that unnecessary shit, we need to put that shit aside. Yep. You know what I mean? Come together and show these kids, because they looking up to us. Yep. They wanna be like we was when, you know, they didn't see us at our prime, and they admiring that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure we ain't coming from a negative point with that shit. And we gotta push another narrative. Push them about some credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Push them about some degrees, or if not a degree, a trade. Trade's getting money.
Trade do. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
right, man. And I think that's the thing, man, is that kids, they only see the end result. You know, they might see you out here getting money, but they don't see what you got to get through to get it. And once they get to that point, that's where they stop. Oh, man, I didn't know this hard, man. Let me go over here because I think it's easier. But it's all about letting them know, man, that quick money ain't the best money. No. You know, I mean, you grind hard. I have a saying. I say, I want that. I don't want that microwave success, man. I want that slow smoke.
That slow cooker.
Know, exactly,
right. That simmer.
You know, exactly, man. Because it's all about the process, man. It's all about
understanding,
man. Because you gain a lot of knowledge from that. And you can always put that towards anything, just like you were saying. Every time you had to rebuild, you had the foundation of understanding how to rebuild. You know, you were just getting tired of having to do it over and over again. Right.
Yeah.
But you had that concept, though. You know, and that's where a lot of kids stop. You know, and that's kind of where we come in to kind of help them keep going along, man. I can't speak from a point of being in prison. Never been. You know what I mean? But I've had many friends, family, close family, you know, go to prison. I had close family and friends pass away. Yeah. Same thing. And I still got some youngins, family reaching out to me for advice, you know, and I give them advice. You know, one thing I won't give them, though, is a handout. You want to come at me and you want some support, I will give you some advice to support you to get you where you need to go. You know, that's what these kids need, man, straight up.
They do. Yep. You know, my daughter, she's 18. She got her own place. You know, she's doing good. Okay. She's doing all right. Yeah. But I be trying to lead her in the right direction financially. Yep. You know, and this is what's left out of the homes in the urban communities. Exactly. It's the economics of everything. You know, everybody want money. But if you don't know how to deal with money, you ain't gonna keep money, and you ain't gonna be blessed with no money if you can't handle that shit neither. And you gotta. Cause how you gonna be blessed with money and you gonna know how to handle it? You gonna fuck it off. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But if you know how to use money, you know how to invest money, you know how to save money. Yep, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm tired of being ATM. You know, I be getting on their butts like, man, hey, y'all gotta do better. Like, y'all got to do better.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, like,
and you know, I mean, them being from that. You know, when we were that age as well, man, it's kind of hard to be like, you know, I would tell myself this because I wouldn't have listened anyway. But somebody being in their ear continually, you know, it kicks in and they know, you know. So it's not, you know.
Or it's going to rain one day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to come to them. So you did your job as long as you told them.
Exactly.
I'm like, damn, I'm going to start listeing to that. See, he said this. Look, exactly. Yeah, you right.
That's it, man.
But to chime in, we weren't kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we were worse or better. I can't speak on that because I don't really know what these kids is in.
That's true.
They on some different level shit out here right now. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that we wasn't.
Right.
We was on the different level of our times, but I'm talking about with technology, this social media beefing and bullying and all of this shit. You know what I mean? And like, It's different.
Yep.
You know, it's pistol. It's a lot more pistol play. We had pistols, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It was different.
Right.
It was different. You know what I mean?
Yep. I was talking to my boy Mosley the other day about that too, man. Like, you know, we were in high school, man. It was there were still gangs, man. There's still, you know, shooting and everything like that, man. But it was a little bit different, man. We had a little bit more respect for each other at that time. And this was like late 90s, early 2000s, man. That little small bucket.
Yeah,
you know,
the
but
last of the mid '80s babies. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You know,
Right.
in those kind of coming to age years, man, we had a little bit more respect for each other. There's still beefs and everything like that, man. But now, on these days, man, it's just kind of like, you know, kids are out there trying to emulate what they thought that they were seeing when they were, you know, growing up.
Let's chime in. Let's chime in on this real quick. And I write music.
Yeah.
I do music. Shout out to Jammie. She's one of my music partners. We got some shit working, cooking up. You know, I stay posting her on my Instagram.
Okay.
But the message in the music, you know, and it's something I gotta work on too. Like I remember when I was young, what was we on? Brother Lynch, Sebo,
right,
DJ Quick, Spice One, all of them. You know what I'm saying? X-Rated. You know what I'm saying? Killer Tay,
Looney, all that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? MNLD, shout out to MNLD. I was fucking with Lil Ike and them too back in the day. But that music got a certain rhythm and a vibe to it that it you can feel your pulse change sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you can, you know what I mean? It'll change your whole mood. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the songs that you listen to. You know, even right now, like I'll be on my way to work some mornings. You know, and I might throw on some what's going hard right now, some Sada Baby or something. You know what I mean? And he get to talking that shit, man. Next thing I know, I'm daydreaming, driving. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm back in that mode, you know?
Right.
So I'm like, it's the message that we putting out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to connect the point to the kids.
Right.
You know, and this message that with this pistols, designer, low some money. You know what I'm saying? And catching bodies. That's all these niggas trying to do. So they was smoking on some or, you know what I mean? You know, whatever that shit, that era shit, you know, that drill shit. You know, this is what these kids is on. You know what I mean? That's because that's the tone that the music sets. You know what I'm saying? When they hearing it, they want to emulate that shit. Same with us when we was coming up. When we seen the Dope Boys. When I was in the hood coming up and I was seeing the big homies, they was pulling up and throwing niggas bags. And I wanted to be there. I'm like, nigga, I want a whip. I'm tired. I was stealing cars. I'm tired of stealing cars. Nigga, I want a real I want a real car. So then you graduate to something else trying to emulate what you hear, what you feel. Because it's the masses is controlled by the media. You know what I'm saying? And like we just gotta like I be trying to like pump. I listen to a lot of Rex, Raj Life. You know who that is?
I do.
I like him. A couple other people that I like Larry June. Larry June be going hard. You know what I'm saying? He's on his health shit. And I like that because you know I'm real into like holistic medicine. You know, sea moss and you know what I mean, black seed oils and you know I'm thinking about like going all fruit.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, like cause I get tired of meat sometimes. You know. You know, and like so like. I'm just trying to be on some more healthier shit, but like you know, that's the type of shit I try to the vibe I try to bring into my home, into my life now because it's a more positive energy. You know, it's a positive vibration, and like if we send off a more positive vibration, not saying that we shouldn't talk about no pistols and guns because if we got them, we gonna tell you about them, but we ain't gonna talk about catching no body if we ain't caught that motherfucker though. We ain't gonna talk about selling no dope. We ain't sold. We ain't gonna talk about none of that. Let's talk about you know what I mean. I got it on me. Don't make me have to use it. Okay, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, if you ain't really using that. Or you ain't about to really go do 25 for that. I wouldn't even really be rapping about that because you ain't never did that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but some of that stuff be our fault though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a catch-22 to it. I mean, you know, and especially depending on where you grew up at. I mean, certain areas, and at the time growing up in Park Hill, man, it was one of those. It was a hidden it was a hidden neighborhood, basically, man. We know about Park Hill on the east side, but as far as everything that's been going on, man, it's the news kind of shielded the outside away from that. So not too many, unless you know somebody.
Unless you know. Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things that was going on, man. I mean, drive-bys all the time, man. I mean, you're hearing somebody getting shot outside your crib. All that was going on as we were growing up, man. And it's hard to separate, that message, because you still want people to know that, that's still going on, but at the same time, that isn't the only path to go as well.
Right.
So it comes up.
It's not the path to go.
Yeah, man.
I used to tell my nephews and my sons, go hard for yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
right.
Why can't you just go hard, go to school, be intelligent, beat a nigga's ass if he get out of line,
right?
And then dress nice, keep your hygiene up, so you got the ladies because you're intelligent. Then you gonna make some of yourself, and you ain't gonna be nobody that could fuck with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Right. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Because that's really the guy that wins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I see somebody, I see Shamika Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Jammie was so bad. Every time. I don't care. I see her once a year. Yeah. She says the same thing when she with her husband. Every time. And I'm like, I hate that.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hate that. I hate the fact that that's the memory you got of me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so much more than that.
Yep.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you, man. And I went out my way to change that as well. It was the same thing for a while, man. Cause he's all blood Billy. I mean, yeah, man. That's kind of back in the day, man. But
but I know, I know. If don't nobody else know, I know. Bro, man, we was together.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So, even social media, man. You see when I post, man, you never see me post anything negative at all on social media, man.
Right.
It's always something that's influential, because I think that there's already too much going around out there that's negative, man. And I mean, if you come to my page or my social media posts or whatever, it's always something, positive on purpose. On purpose, you know what I mean?
I try to keep it a little positive too. I a little funny too. I kind of keep some humor. You got to keep some humor in it. We human. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I do keep it positive as well. Family.
Right.
Positivity. You know what I'm saying? I do get a little religious because it's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
Coming out now. On that tip, on that religious tip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just got my mind in like a whirlwind kind of right now, because I'm like, just like in the last 2 or 3 years alone, I found out like there was already indigenous black people here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. In America, I've been found out. You know what I'm saying? So it's got me like, were we slaves? Right, were our ancestors ever slaves, or were we free?
Right.
Hold up. You know what I'm saying? We can go deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the social media that's another like, just like the media, the music. Like they pumping this shit in us consistently. I don't know. Yep. It has you not knowing what to believe. You looking at this because you looking at Antarctica. I done seen some flat Earth shit. I done seen all types of crazy stuff on there. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I be watching this shit like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
That's it, man. It's all about just gaining that knowledge, man. If there's something that piques your interest, go and learn about it. Then
right.
You kind of build your own opinion from there.
Right.
That's what it is, man. Straight up. So I feel you overall, man. Man, so quite a bit to unravel there, and all that information as well. I do have a question for you though, man, that I throw out to everybody. I kind of mentioned it earlier in the podcast, man.
Okay.
So, if there was anything that you think that you could have told yourself, if you can go back and tell yourself, that might have changed your mindset when you were younger, man, what would that be?
Listen. That's it.
Yep.
I was given all the keys and the degrees to be as successful as I needed to be. Right. But just choosing to be hard-headed, I should have listened.
Yeah, that's crazy that you point that out, man, because one day it was my nephew, I think he was arguing with my pops, man, and he said, well, you know what? I'm going to learn the hard way. You know, and that's how a lot of people think when you're young. You know, hey,
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to tell me, but what you know what I'm gonna go, you know, figure it out on my own. Now, there's a balance between that because okay, cool, you learn the hard way, bam, got it, right, and you know that you won't ever have to go that way again. But that bad way, man, that split decision that you make, that you have to learn from, that can cost you years.
Cost you
know what I
years.
mean? So there's a balance between that, man. It's all about understanding that decision that you're making at that time. You know that you can avoid that. So I hear you, man. I hear you when you say, "Listen, 'cause that's pretty big, man."
My brother-in-law used to say. He said, "You can get a toe lesson or a bolt lesson. Which one you want?" He was like, I said he need to explain it to me. He said, "For toes lessons, when somebody tell you something, they tell you about what they've been through, and it's been an exact situation that you're going through."
Yeah.
About lessons when they tell you about the exact situation and what not to do that they've been through, and you go against what they told you. That's about lesson. So you're gonna go against them consequences. You're gonna get them consequences that come with that about lesson. You know what I mean? And like,
you gotta pay for the decision.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the decisions you make.
That's what's up, man. No, I appreciate that. So. Anything that you wanted to share? Final thoughts for the audience, man. Final quotes, knowledge, anything, man. You can dish out real quick.
Be you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you be you and you be true to you, you're gonna excel in everything that you want to do in life.
Right.
Because you're manifesting that. You feel me?
Yep.
Because if you're on your grind and it ain't paying off, keep on grinding.
Yeah.
Because you right there. Right. Because when you get the feeling like it ain't about to pay off, it's when it comes. And the cream's always gonna rise to the top. So you know if you putting in the work, it's gonna come.
Yep. Straight up.
It's gonna come bigger than you ever imagined.
I agree, man. Yeah, you're right about that. That's big though. That's big. So you guys listen to that one straight up. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, sharing your knowledge, man, sharing your story. It's definitely motivating to hear. You know, the things that you had to continuously learn and grow from, man, to get to do what you're doing right now, man. Very inspirational, straight up. So. Well, you guys heard that as well. And if you like what you heard today, go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel or your favorite podcast streaming services. Once again, this is your boy Billy Wayne and Jammie signing out. Once again, I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace
out.